2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
If you're a basketball fan, you've come to the right place. Tonight, we got the Los Angeles Clippers against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they've made it through their first 10 games with just one loss. It's hard to argue with anything they've done so far. It's been that impressive a start to the season for them. In this matchup, two seasoned clubs. Shaq, talk about the importance of experience on a roster.
Yeah, a lot of great young teams go nowhere. The Warriors did it fairly young, but most champions have a lot of vets.
Well, experienced players have patience. That's the difference. They're willing to wait for something better to develop. Younger players are in a hurry to get it there, but moving the ball, good shot selection, those are the things that help you win titles.
And with the tip-off coming up shortly, we go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. But Kevin, that shows his flexibility and D'Antoni's ability to adapt to his personnel.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Harrell.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the Clippers starting 5. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3, the small forward.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, L.A. was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot was to be disruptive, and they brought that on both ends of the floor, and that was going against a healthy Kevin Durant at the time. They took 2 games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
Now here's Beverly, pass to Williams, and here is Harrell, guarded by Harden. Here's George, and no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. From downtown, the Clippers grab the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
It's good.
It's such a dynamic score, inside, outside, it really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Tucker with the ball. Leonard's there. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Getting a little bit more room here from the mid-range, the explosive shot area, getting quick to that spot and separating from the defender.
Now here's Williams. They really needed more from him in that loss to Toronto. And that one's good. Beverly.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Westbrook against Beverly. Tucker. Sinks the triple.
This is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
Harden against Williams. To the wing on the left. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot. Williams against Capella. Williams can't get it to go. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Pass to Tucker. Puts it up from 17. They get it again. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And the Rockets with possession here. Clock at 6. Capella.
And Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
And Harrell slams it in.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Harden against Williams. And the dunk by Capella.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Beverly looking around. Leonard on the wing. Takes the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Williams gets the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Westbrook. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
Well, in his career, not a high percentage shooter from 3, but Westbrook has the green light. That time fires it with confidence.
Harden against Williams. Passes it to Beverly. Harrell kicks to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Right side Leonard. Shoots over Tucker, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly.
Amazing how far the shooting form has come for Kawhi Leonard. He just maintains his form on any type of shot that he shoots.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And on paper, you call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league. Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Now here's Williams. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Yep, it counts.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Harden with it. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with a streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Beverly, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Shamet finds Leonard, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Leonard's got his second basket.
one of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Now Westbrook. Now the pass to Cephalosha. Down low. Here's Capella. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Harrell. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Beverly against Westbrook. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Knocks it loose, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Rockets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. That's tipped. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Capella. Shoots over Shamet. No good off the back of the rim.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Harden inside the three-point line. The Rockets again can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Leonard. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Cephalosha misses.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Shamet kicks to Beverly. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got 5.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Cephalosha. And the Clippers with a change here too. Zubats is checked in. In the corner, it's Gordon. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And once Eric Gordon receives that pass, he's just rising up. So a natural rhythmic jump shot.
And here's Beverly. He has 5. Pass to Shamet. Chandler against Leonard. The 3 from George. Gordon with the defensive effort. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Rivers. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
And so it's Houston with it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at Houston. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And seeing where the Clippers are, they've started this year as well as they could have hoped. playing great basketball, probably exceeding preseason expectations.
Now here's Beverly. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Leonard, 5 to shoot. Nice D from Chandler.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Eric Gordon on the wing. Capella inside, defended by Beverly. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
First one falls for him. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
Now here's Beverly. He has 5. No good from Zubac.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
No one covering. And the Rockets lead by 5.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Passes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Houston's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Rivers dishes to Green. They get a hand on it. There's the pass to Gordon. 6 to shoot. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Leonard. Reese Harkless comes in for George. And Rodney McGruder's subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Capella. He's got 6. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Rockets. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And checking out the Clippers, a few slots below them.
And you know, Houston, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Here's Chandler after the made shot from Mo Harkless. Chandler with the ball. Now Green defending and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. The Rockets #1, the Clippers 3rd.
And forcing turnovers is a point of pride for both these teams. That's why their steal numbers have been so high.
And it's tied up with that one. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never
have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like, why isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
Now here's Rivers. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Gordon with no one around. They get the rebound. And it's Capella missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent, Landry Shamet shows a lot of promise.
Yeah, interesting for Lambeau, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a third or fourth guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
First free throw is good. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Gerald Green. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Houston. Trailing by 2. And it's Capella missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
.106 left in the first quarter. Now here's Rivers. He's covered by Shamet. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got his second basket of the night.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Now here's Shamet. He's guarded by Rivers. Pass to Harkless. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by McLemore. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now, here's Shamet. He has 5. Pass to Zubac. Chandler with the steal. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. The feed now to Capella. Here's Gordon. From deep three-point range. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing the moment.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window. It goes by extremely fast. I cherish these moments. You know, I embrace them.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Harkless is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Magruder in at the shooting guard. Here's Williams after Clint Capella's bucket. Williams inside. A beautiful reverse layup. Williams has got 8 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so here is Houston following the score by Lou Williams. Passes it to Gordon. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 6.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
Williams against Rivers. And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. Stolen by Rivers. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Williams against Rivers. Here's Magruder. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
McLemore goes back up. And Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets. The Clippers shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Harkless on the wing. Pass to Green. Over Chandler. They need this. It's rebounded by Houston. Chandler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's McLemore. Lays it up off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 7.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Rivers against Williams. Here's Harkless. It's rebounded by McLemore. Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Shots good by Williams.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Timeout called, the Rockets. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Now, here's Green. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Williams can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 5. In the corner, Harden. Now here's Westbrook. He has 5. And McLemore kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Harden. Over Harkless. The Rockets with another miss. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact, Kevin.
Westbrook with it. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. They get it back. Feeds to Tucker. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Tucker's got his second bucket tonight.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Passes it to Magruder. Over Harden. That one rolling around and rims out. Rockets leading by 3. The 3. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Now here's Williams. 10 points for him. And the pass to Magruder. Back to Williams. And here's Green outside. That shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Magruder passes to Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman, has traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
The first one falls. Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Clippers also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Harkless. Paul George comes in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And both free throws good for Green. Rockets leading by 4. Westbrook kicks it to Tucker. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Now here's Beverley. He has 5. This one for 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Cephalosha. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Drills it from outside.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Now Westbrook. He's got 8. He feeds it to Tucker. And the rejection by Harrell. A nice shot by Tucker.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And here's Beverley. Outside, George. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Houston. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Harden on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Green. 8 points his last outing. Shot clock at 5. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his 2nd Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Free throw drops for Leonard. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Pass to Green. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Green missing.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Rockets leading by 8. Outside Westbrook. Fires for 3. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. And 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Beverly. 5 points in the game. Shamet on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Leonard's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Here's Westbrook. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Beverly. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Harden up top. He's covered by Shamet. Harden, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. It's tipped.
Well, when it comes to Thabo Sefolosha, it's defense personified. Exceptional block there.
Good on the shot. Tucker's got 12. Clippers trail by 10. And wow, hammering it in.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the second quarter.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And the layup falls. 7 points in the game.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
I'm just wondering, with Russell Westbrook and the 3 seasons under his belt in Oklahoma City as averaging a triple-double, what is he capable of doing in this Houston Rockets offense? And more importantly, how do Russell Westbrook and James Harden coexist?
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Sefolosha. Gordon comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Rivers in for James Harden.
Well, on top of everything else that you get from Russell Westbrook, you get some good foul shooting. Important trait for any point guard and great scorer in the league. Find your way to the line.
59 seconds left in the first half. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, there's sometimes games where Westbrook takes personal challenges at the big guys.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 7. George, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Rockets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And he's good on the second. 43 seconds left to play here in the half. And George with the stuff.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
36 seconds left in the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to Rivers. Lob pass to Capella. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Right side, Leonard. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And so it's Houston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They're in a terrific position now thanks to their flawless execution in the second quarter. Some excellent work offensively now has them up 11 at the break. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward position. Left side, George. Over Cephalosha. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Paul George.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length, and then has the high release point that he does. Very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. Sweet little floater. Harden's got 10.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And Capella over to help. Beverly the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, Harrell gets up there and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Harden against Williams. Now here's Tucker. Defense right on him. From deep, Harden. The offensive rebound. Capella. Count that bucket.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Westbrook against Beverly. Pass to George. Here's Harrell. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Houston leading by 14. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And it's off from three-point range. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Williams dishes to Leonard. Williams passes to Leonard.
And, you know, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over.
And Cephalosha with the jam.
Great finish at the rim from Cephalosha. He can really throw it down with that athleticism.
Williams kicks to Leonard. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Westbrook. The Clippers grab the miss.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Well, Brent, you look at the explosive numbers George has put up. A lot of it has to do with how he runs the pick and roll.
Incredible at his size and his ability to read the defenses in pick and roll situation. Anytime there's a defender that decides to go under on Paul George from the perimeter, he can let that thing rip from the three-point line. Last year, I think you saw him with the most poise that he's ever played with in his career. I expect that to continue.
George, no good on the free throw. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial Sixth Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Houston making a switch here. McLemore is checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Leonard. And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Westbrook, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
Well, put that one on repeat right there. Westbrook smart enough to make a good decision on the pick and roll.
To the middle. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by Beverly. Harden the pass to Westbrook. The jump hook. And he can't bank that one in. Clippers trail by 16. Here's George. Another shot. Green dishes to George. And Capella sends it back. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harkless has checked in. They throw good, James Harden. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game. Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 19-point game. Good work there as it goes. He's got 14.
In a way, Lou Williams, a little bit like J.R. Smith, he'll welcome the chance to finish off, especially if it's a difficult shot.
Rockets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point going 7 of 14. And Westbrook gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
That's good from Williams.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team. Someone the younger guys look up to.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Lou Williams. Here's Westbrook. He's got 20. Taken away by Williams. Harrell kicks to Harkless. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Rockets leading by 12. Here's Harden. And nothing is falling for him right now. Clippers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ball game.
Outside, Green. The Rockets with the new 14. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams. The Rockets #1.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
That's good from Capella. It's tough to get a unified feel on who the league MVP is. Which element, when you're looking at the MVP, matters most to you?
If we talk about that, Kevin, I always think about the MVP ends up being the guy that helps you get 6 to 8 unexpected wins. That's who I look to. So in this past season, what it was that Giannis did, not only with Coach Budenholzer coming in to Milwaukee, the stylistic change that they went through, and then the shouldered responsibility of Giannis to be the initiator to that much change in one season. That's why last year I feel like he was the most valuable player in the league. Even though eye-popping numbers were coming out of Houston, again with James Harden, I go back to Giannis and that massive amount of change and him being the guy that shouldered it all.
That's a great answer. And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Rockets pick up 3.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Here is Williams after Austin Rivers scored. And Williams, here we go. Basket good. Williams has got 21.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harden outside. It's hauled in by George. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Williams passes to Harrell. 3-pointer. That's good from Williams on the assist by Harrell. Williams has got 14 points here in the second half.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here's Rivers, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 13. The Rockets with another miss.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. And so it's Houston with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Lob pass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Williams against Rivers. Pass to Shamet. Takes a three. No good. Good D by Harden.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
First one falls for him.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
And Williams drops them both. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. 13-point lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Harden hits them both. Clippers trail by 15. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Rivers. Gordon against George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
So it's the Rockets now. Now here's Rivers. 8 points for him. Another miss by Houston.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Harrell. Pulls up from the corner. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from George.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Houston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Houston making a switch here. Cephalosha's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard's checked in. Harden against George. Harden outside. The pass to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Gordon from outside. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
So much talk about 48 minutes. The team with the lead letting its guard down now.
Here is Harden. The Clippers getting the bucket. There's 1:38 left to play here in the third. Offline with the baseline jumper. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Here's Gordon. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lets the three fly, and that's good. Eric Gordon for 3. Gordon's got 14 points for the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Rivers scanning the floor. Kicks it to Harden. Rivers dishes to Capella. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harrell's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
Cephalosha passes to Harden. And the rejection by Zubac. To the inside, and Harrell slams it in.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Harden up top, defended by George. And it's sent back by George.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
1 second left. That shot off the mark. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Houston on top. They lead by 8. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Here's Cephalosha. Banked in off the glass. Cephalosha's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Houston.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backcourt.
And the dunk by Zubac.
When he felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
Here is Harden. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 20.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Inside, George takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Houston leading by 9. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Beverley.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And so it's Houston with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. George against Harden. On the wing, Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that's 17 points for Eric Gordon.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
They double him with Rivers. Cephalosha with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Rivers has got the ball. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Just the level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Here is Harden. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The dish to Gordon. At the top of the key, Capella. Clock at 6. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That will be foul number 5 on him. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for James Harden. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here's Tucker. Sefolosha with it. 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by George. George has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. They double him with Rivers, and the dunk by Zubac.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Rockets leading by 6. Now Rivers. In the corner, Sefolosha with it. Another miss by Houston. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The Rockets have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Gordon. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 11 rebounds in the game. And Leonard gets it to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Timeout called, the Rockets. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Russell Westbrook in for Houston. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Williams, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. And here is Williams. Following Russell Westbrook's 3. Williams finds Beverly. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside Westbrook unloads. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williams passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Los Angeles. And here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Kept alive. Pass to Sefolosha. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Sefolosha's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line. 2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
So here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard attacking. Williams with a clean look. No good from outside.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Rockets lead by 6.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Westbrook feeling it out a bit. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
Man, you see his eyes. Westbrook never getting off the rim there, and he has the focus to absorb the contact and still convert.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
That one misses for Westbrook. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Williams. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Houston's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Westbrook against Beverley. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And that's now 27 points for Russell Westbrook. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Patrick Beverley is going to come at you every night, just an inspiring player that way, and daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Beverley.
I think Patrick Beverley, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
Now here's Westbrook. Pulls up. Rebound by Williams. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard the pass to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside Westbrook, just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Gordon dishes to Westbrook. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. And then Leonard with the dunk.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Cephalosha from outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Capella. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Capella's got 12 points in just the second half.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
And the Clippers call time here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Yeah, you got to stay down on that shot fake. Lou Williams so good at using that tool.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Westbrook with it. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Westbrook more and more becoming a lethal distributor.
The Clippers trail. Leonard on the wing. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Harden. There's the three. It's rebounded by Lou Williams.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Beverly, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And he's stroking it well, but he just hasn't shown the aggressiveness that they need out of him. Probably in front by more if he was taking more shots.
Now Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers with the ball. Beverly, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Now, this is something that you really want Pat Beverly to improve upon when he's distributing the ball. He's making everybody better.
Rockets trail. Harden up top. He's guarded by Williams. On the top of the key. Harden's shot is off. And Los Angeles guys shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Westbrook, it's good. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for Houston.
And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
It's Williams with the drive. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
Wow, huge in a big moment there. Getting the ball to Lou Williams, not a bad idea.
Houston's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Harden with it. Williams picks him up. Shoots it. And right through it goes. And it's now 22 points for James Harden.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's Beverly. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
1:12 left in the fourth. Westbrook dishes to Cephalosha. Capella, the pass to Cephalosha. And he banks in the layup. Cephalosha's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Man, the teammates trusting Cephalosha with a big moment, and he comes through.
Cephalosha's gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. And it's George finishing it off.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
And I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 2. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It counts. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Good.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're behind by 2. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Well, Paul George taking initiative tonight and going right at the defense.
24 seconds left in the game.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Harden, no good. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And here's Cephalosha for 3. Back to Harden. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Lou Williams, you made some big shots to get the win tonight.
I just wanted to stay aggressive. You know, shoot or shoot. That's what we're supposed to do. I've always been a confident guy. Never got down on myself, so I just continue to be aggressive and just concentrate on the first shot.
Lou, nobody has ever doubted your confidence. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.